Welcome, friends, to the Beaver Dam, and damn, it's good to be free to play right now. It's just, Suigo's never been better free to play, but all of a sudden it's the best free to play it's ever been and ever will be, and it sounds like more to come. But also there's some incentives for those who spend a little moolah, but not a lot of moolah. They've actually de-incentivized some spending, which is really cool. So this has a whole bunch to go through, but it includes we can get relic characters at as low as 4 stars from now on. We can get LIGHTSPEED tokens, which are essentially mini LIGHTSPEED bundles we can apply to our characters that are not purchased. They are earned, and you can purchase to get some, but we'll talk about that in a hot second. As well as some really good just overall quality of life changes that pertain to a lot of this as well. So we're going to jump right in and talk about it. So first things first, star levels are no longer going to be required for relics. So 4-star, you can get your character up to relic level. Now they will be locked behind how high you get them. So for instance, if you have a 5-star character, you can get them to relic 3, which means all of you that have your dark side clones up to 5-star who are doing, the bare minimum in your raid, you can now get them all up to relic right now and be able to do tier 3 of the raid. Of course, it's probably going to be a little bit more of a struggle once this update comes out. We'll, I'm sure, have a lot of people testing that, so keep an eye out for that. I'll be doing I'm going to take up my Bad Batch up to relic 3 because I've got them all at 5-star. I'm going to take them up to relic 3 and see how they do at their 5-star level and see how that goes for the raid. They do say this will be retroactive, so that means that if you have any characters that are currently 5-star, they will immediately be able to be taken up if you have the gear and everything for them. So it's going to be super, super nice for a lot of you guys. I'm not sure how much this is going to affect stats overall. I'm very curious how we're going to be looking at this. So this does de-incentivize going for marquees on day 1 or in the first week, but we'll always have the whales going for that kind of thing. So nice little de-incentivization of spending money, and I appreciate that, and it's going to be super nice for a lot of us out here. I think this will push a lot of guilds towards going for Zepho and Bo-Katan Mandalore to be able to get the Chirotechs to start doing this to certain teams. So definitely something that'll be interesting for a lot of us. LIGHTSPEED tokens are next up on our list. They'll be coming in 5 tiers. Think of them as a LIGHTSPEED bundle you give to a specific character in a specific faction they have chosen. So we'll get to the factions in just a moment, but first things first, there's a tier 1, which is going to give it 3 stars and gear 10 to a character, as well as ability level 3. Tier 2 will be 4 stars, gear 12, and up the ability level again. 5 stars, relic 1, ability level 5. 6 stars, relic 3, ability level 6, and of course 7 stars, relic 5, ability level 7. Tier 5 is essentially like how we get a LIGHTSPEED bundle in general. Now, the rules on this are basically going to be you can't put it on conquest units, you can't put it on galactic legends, you can't put it on journey guide characters, and then you can't put it on any new character that's from like the current era up. So it's essentially from Hu Yang a year ago up to current era. So I'm guessing anything that's been part of the era system from here on out will never be part of these LIGHTSPEED tokens, but this will be allowing you guys to pick and choose characters inside certain factions they choose, and you can choose which ones that you can use these on. So the first 2 that they have announced is Scoundrels and Separatists. Might be a little reference to us getting a Separatist GL ship at the end of the year. We'll see. But overall, we're going to be getting those. And so you'll essentially get them through the episode pass. Yes, you heard me right. It is through the episode pass. And if you've already have the characters and you get one and you don't have anything to spend it on, you can dismantle them for some stuff to help you get other characters done. But episode track, the free episode track, will give out some of these as well as the episode pass. So a lot of you are probably going to start picking up the episode pass here pretty soon if you haven't already. It's already one of the best deals in the game. This right here makes it incredible. You're essentially going to be getting LIGHTSPEED bundles every single month out of the episode pass. That sounds like a good deal to me. So it's going to be awesome. But yeah, so essentially we'll get the next era will happen. We'll be going through the episode pass, and we get one of these tier 5s, and we're like, sick, and it's a tier 5 scoundrel. And so then I can go into the game and I can go and look at the scoundrels, and this is obviously how I understand them writing it. We don't have final say on here, but we can go over to the scoundrels, and any of these characters that I don't have leveled up, I can go and spend it on that. And so I could take my Stormtrooper Han up to relic 5 immediately, like I have a LIGHTSPEED bundle. And then I couldn't choose, of course, Captain Athano, because he's within the era system. And so I wouldn't be able to choose this character, but I would be able to choose one of these other characters that are not part of the era system, or a conquest unit, or a GL, or a journey guide character. So it's going to be able to give you guys essentially free Lightspeed bundles, which is really, really cool. So that's going to be awesome. I love that. I've been wondering where the Lightspeed bundles are, why there's no more Lightspeed bundles. It's because they've been working on this. So very, very cool. As part of this upgrade system, the relic system, all that kind of stuff, they're going to change a lot of things, like units level is no longer gated by your player level. So if you're level 14, you can still get your characters up to level 85. These are some super nice changes for a lot of free-to-play players. Abilities being unlocked right from the start, instead of having to get certain gear levels and certain levels and that type of stuff. A lot of this stuff is like that. There will be certain things that are still gated, like Zetas and Omicrons will be gated by their original requirements of like level 83 or 2, whatever it is, for each character. Reinforcement abilities are no longer gated by star level, which means if you guys have a comeuppance and you guys haven't applied the reinforcement ability and you haven't gotten to 5 stars, good news. Your comeuppance is instantly viable and you don't have to get it to 5 star. This thing does basically everything it needs to do. But yeah, absolutely insane. Capital ships are not going to change, just saying. There's a couple gear stuff that's still going to be required for just a couple characters. I'm guessing this is code based or perhaps game balancing. Someone pointed out that Night Sister Zombie could be trying to gatekeep the paper zombie that was a strat forever ago. So in addition, for this to work well, they're also reducing basically all of the characters that require high star levels or a high amount of shards to get them unlocked. A character that requires 80 shards to unlock and you get them at 4 star. Instead, they're reducing them all to 2 stars. And so now you can get your Wampa up to unlock level at 2 star, and then you can get your Wampa up to 5 star, drop that Omicron on him, and get him up to Relic 3 at 5 star. If you want to do that and you're a new player and you're looking for a good solo character to utilize. So lots of cool stuff there for reducing the star level unlocks. It includes some ships, of course, as well. In general, leveling units and ships are now 50% cheaper after this update starts running. If you've earned all possible rewards for a recurring event, it no longer shows up. Finalizer and Radis, gone. They are no longer going to be showing up after this happens. You can now sim up to 100 battles instead of the 20 battles that it's forcing you to do now. And so if you have a whole bunch of energy or you're doing a double drop event, you don't have to sit there and keep tapping the buttons. You can now sim up to 100 battles. This obviously doesn't change hard notes. Got some new filtering stuff, which is really cool. You can now filter your roster by Lightspeed token application, so characters that you could apply Lightspeed tokens that you have. Relic amplifier level, Omicron ability, Zeta ability, gear upgrade. So you'll be able to basically reshape your roster to see your roster in different ways. This will make, on my side, this is going to make doing roster reviews a lot easier, because someone's like, hey, what Zeta should I put on? I can now just sort it by Zetas, and then I can just go, oh, here's the Zetas you have, here's the ones I would suggest, instead of having to go dig through and be like, okay, there's one character that's missing a Zeta, there's another character that's missing a Zeta. So for me, this is going to help me help you guys a lot, and hopefully you guys will help yourselves as well. And then, of course, a number of changes have been made to streamline tutorials for new players, which means we will be attempting our speed run of the game once again and seeing if we can get to level 85 in one day. And we're going to be making a new account. This includes the creation of 2 new quests granted to all players under level 40. Now, this is the foundation for our next large update coming later this year. This isn't the end, guys. We're still going. There's going to be more to come. This is absolutely freaking wild. So yeah, here we are, guys. Let me know in the comments section what you guys think of this. This is everything good. I am so happy right now. None of this affects me. I'm saying that right now. My account's at a point where, genuinely almost none of this affects me. I have the stuff, right? I have it. And so a lot of this doesn't affect me, but this makes me so excited for those of you that it'll help. This makes me so excited for new players coming in. This is one of the biggest things that I've always been struggling with, is that CG is I'm like, dude, how are you getting new players in? The new player experience is rough to get into. There's so much of a learning curve, and like you go really fast to level 85, and then everything freezes. It doesn't feel good. This feels like a great step in the right direction to getting new players into this game and really kicking this game off. Now I think all that needs to happen is them to kick off a marketing campaign and release their final update in the end of this year to make this get whatever else they're putting in here. Hopefully they reach out to me and ask for help with their marketing campaign, because I'd 100% be down. But this looks so cool. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think. If you have any questions about it, I'll try to get to any questions if I understand fully what they're saying. Of course, I may be giving some misinformation here or there just because of clarification problems, because we are reading a text document. I would love to have Meathead on and just talk to Meathead about this, but oh gosh, this is cool. But thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know in the comment section your thoughts, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for giving a damn.